Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome back to Fuji Grand Prix, the twisty Japanese circuit, 2.42 miles, 16 turns, mostly to the right. And here we are again in the BMW Z4 GT3. A fantastic car that provided good racing, although a bit processional, in race 1. Let's look at how qualifying for race 2 went, and it's Diogo Silva again on the pole, Darren Head again on the front row, followed by Caval and Diogo Almeida, Dale Taylor, Jumbo, Simon Allen only in 7th, followed by Todd Antonio, Barry Evans, the return Barry Evans and Frankie in 10th place. And here is the start, and look at this 4 or 5 wide there. Not the greatest start by Diogo Silva. Actually, Darren Head is going to go into the lead of this race. Diogo Silva is trying to defend from Caval. No, it's from Diogo Almeida, and here is Cavallan that has lost a little bit of momentum. Look at these beautiful battles there in turn 2, and they all go through without any further drama, just a little bit of pushing and shoving. This is Frankie in 8th place. Barry Evans has lost a place as well. He is now sitting 10th as they go in the first lap out of 12 in this Japanese circuit. We had good racing in race 1, but it wasn't the most obvious circuit to overtake amongst the leading drivers. And here is Diogo Silva that has lost the lead of this race. Darren Head, oh, look at this contact there, a little bit of pushing there by Diogo Almeida. No, Diogo Almeida on the outside. Here comes Caval and then takes the position. Nice move there by Caval and recovering the 3rd position he had at the start. That was Diogo Almeida, who was trying to go through Diogo Silva without realizing that the car is actually solid. It's a bit difficult to go through. He's not a ghost. They had a little bit of contact, and Diogo Almeida lost a bit of momentum. And here came Cavallan, and Cavallan is not happy with 3rd place because he's now going for 2nd, and Diogo Silva is moving from bad to worse. He's now going to have to defend here. There you go, already defending from Cavallan, but Cav seems to be a little bit done deal because he's got more momentum and he's going to go on the outside now. Beautiful camera, very implausible camera angle, but very, very beautiful nevertheless. And look at this, Cavallan. Ooh, Diogo Silva braked a bit early there, didn't he? He lost 2nd place, and now here comes Dale Taylor that also has overtaken Diogo Almeida. Nice battle that Diogo Almeida is really here right behind Dale. Oh, and he's on the inside now. Dale give him space. So Diogo Almeida span in turn 2. Diogo Almeida span in turn 2. Disaster for the Portuguese driver. Presses the reset button, and Simon Allen is also in trouble. Simon Allen also in trouble. The championship leader is off the track, and Simon Allen is looking at wrapping up the championship here. He doesn't need much, but he does need to finish the race in a position that maybe is not 7th, as Cavallan is trying to win this race and perhaps move the championship decision to the last round. They are battling now, Darren Head and Cavallan. We've seen this in race 1. It wasn't for the lead, it was for 2nd place. It ended up badly when Kev made a move that worked, but lost it at the corner exit and then was hit by Darren. Darren had actually lost a lot of time there with that situation, ended up losing even more time and then disconnecting. So bad race 1 for Darren Head. He's now trying to recover something out of this round by leading so far every lap of lap 2, and that's 2 of them as they cross the line. Cavallan is very, very close indeed. 4/10 of a second. Diogo Silva maintains 3rd. Here comes Dale Taylor. Now Dale also recovering from a suboptimal race 1 where he spun in the beginning and then spent the entire time recovering. So Dale Taylor in 4th place. Where is Diogo Almeida? Diogo has not lost every place possible. He's in 8th place. He's still ahead of or no, make it 7th actually, because he's got past Todd Antonio, as we saw that on the leaderboard, not on the image. He's in 7th behind Simon Allen. Simon Allen is up to 6th because Frankie has something has happened to him, because he was in 6th, now he's in 10th. Barry Evans in 9th, Todd Antonio in 8th, and Diogo Almeida, even with that half spin, has only managed to lose a few places, not many. He was in 5th before the crash. Now he's in 7th. Simon Allen with the 6th place would be crowned champion today if my math is correct. And Kev Allen is trying to avoid Simon from doing so. Oh, look at this Kev now with a much tighter line there through this final twisty section of the Fuji circuit, as they are now at the end of lap 3 and they continue to be nose to tail. Slight mistake there at the exit of the last corner from Kev Allen that loses a couple of tenths. Diogo Silva in 3rd and Dale Taylor in 4th. We seem to have a little bit of a train here being formed. Simon Allen in 6th. Jumbo is doing a good job again. He finished 5th in race 1, now holding the same position in race 2, another top 5 position. Oh, and the Barry Evans has had a problem there. Barry Evans is off the track. He's now dropped to last. No, he hasn't. And I don't think he has spun actually. He was just in the slow corner. That corner is very, very tricky indeed. It's the penultimate corner, which is extremely slow, and a variety of lines are possible, as we also see the leaders taking different lines in some corners. Look at that, Darren Head very, very tight there, and Kev Allen trying to recover some time. He has done so, because that mistake in the last corner has lost him a few tenths of a second, but now he's back on Darren's tail. And now could you make a move on the inside here? Not quite. Darren shuts the door on him, doesn't give him any space whatsoever. Diogo Silva is wondering what's going on, because he doesn't seem to be able to gain any ground on the two leaders, and I'm not certain that a lot of overtaking is going to happen here, because these drivers are all driving very well, and Kev Allen certainly seems to be the most likely candidate for an overtake here. Now, can he do a good exit? Yes, he can. So I think Kev Allen is going to make a move one way or the other into turn 1, and at that moment we turn back into Diogo Almeida, who is in 7th, but we should be actually watching the leaders right now, because they are completely nose to tail. And something has happened to Simon Allen. Simon Allen has spun. Simon Allen is again in the wall, and here comes Kev Allen, as we predicted. Darren Head just shuts the door on him. Absolutely beautiful defense. Kev Allen also saving some ammunition for later in the race, fighting to surviving to fight another day. And I wonder if Diogo Silva has managed to get any ground because of, look at this, Dale Taylor. Diogo Silva has actually made a mistake there in turn 2. Diogo Silva has made a mistake in turn 2 and has lost time. Dale Taylor thought about it, but couldn't quite make the overtake work there in the big round corner, in the middle of this lap, more or less. Now Diogo Silva getting a good exit there, and I think he has avoided Dale from making a move over here in the hairpin. Kev Allen also not close enough to Darren Head, but they seem to be wearing out the tires, so I wonder if tire wear is going to have an impact on their pace later on in this race, and Darren Head really having to defend quite vigorously there. Oh, look at this now, is Kev Allen, he's going to the lead. Yes, he's the new leader. That was a nice move by Kev Allen, but now just gets a little bit off track and loses the position again. Possibly will have to lift, otherwise a penalty is probably coming. We cannot see that on the screen as usual. Del Taylor also has a good exit, and Diogo Silva is now going to go into defensive mode. So a lot of defending and some overtaking, but I think Kev Allen's move just shows how tricky it is for two competitive drivers to overtake one another in this circuit. Here comes Darren Head now to the inside. I think he's got this one protected because Kev is too many car lengths behind. Dale Taylor, on the other hand, is going to go for the outside, which is an unusual move there, but now he's got the inside for the next corner. Didn't quite work, and Diogo Silva also having to do quite an active defensive driving. Jumbo, on the other hand, in 5th place, is more or less on his own. Diogo Almeida is now up to 6th. That was due to that spin from Simon Allen in the last corner, very tricky corner. If you go over the curb, you have some chance of losing it. Kev Allen now losing a little bit more time as well, and with all of this we are almost in the middle of this race, and a lot of close racing, not a lot of actual overtaking, or at least permanent overtaking. We saw that move by Kev Allen. Del Taylor is really behind Diogo Silva, but Diogo is managing to put his car as wide as possible there to try to defend again from this South African driver. And here he comes now. Could he do a dummy and go on the inside here? Not quite. Diogo also taking a bit of a strange line there. I don't think that's the optimal line through that particular corner. Look at that Mount Fuji in the background with snow in August. That's absolutely brilliant as they complete another lap. And now Diogo Silva knows that he's got to defend. He's trying to break the toe as well, because Del Taylor is coming and Del Taylor is actually gaining ground. Now he's going to have to choose something. Ooh, he keeps just weaving in the middle of the track. I don't think that Diogo Silva is actually very interested in losing that third position, because he really needs as many points as he can, because he's behind in the championship. He's missed a few rounds. He's got disconnected from the Monza round as well, so he definitely needs as many points as he can. And right now Del Taylor is also trying to get into that podium. Absolutely brilliant racing, very, very tactical, but as you can see, not the most obvious place to overtake. Del Taylor now loses a few car lengths, and I wonder how this is going to pan out. Let's see what's the difference at the front. Is actually 1 second now, so Darren has found himself a little bit of breathing space. He at least does not have to worry about Kev, at least in the hairpin or in turn 1. Meanwhile, Gaspin, that's Diogo Almeida, is actually finding the back of Jumbo. So Jumbo, that has had a pretty quiet race so far, actually now has a little bit of company. Simon Allen, where is he, the championship leader? He's actually almost 10 seconds behind Diogo, so Simon seems to be set for 7th place, which is okay as long as Kev Allen does not win the race to secure that first championship for the British driver with 2 races to go. Frankie is in 9th place, Barry Evans in 10th, and Todd Antonio continues to be ahead of that battle for 8th place. Nice to see Todd back, and nice to see Barry back for that matter, as we continue to re-engage drivers after the summer break. Here is Frankie in 9th spot. Now where is he on the track? He is a bit behind, about 20 seconds. Oh, and he spun as well, lost a bit more time there. That's not going to help his cause, and now spins again. A full 360 and more. That's more than 360. And here comes Barry Evans. Barry Evans, surprised to see another BMW Z4 in the middle of the track, as Frankie was doing a few donuts there, but is actually is now up into. Oh, Diogo Almeida has lost it. Diogo Almeida has lost it again in the same place. That's a disaster. He's well, there are no gravel traps in the, almost no gravel traps in this track, but certainly again another 360, and almost dizzy just watching all these 360s by various drivers. Simon Allen is now trying to recover 6th place, and I think that the challenge of Diogo for 5th might have ended here, because he's now 6 seconds behind Jumbo and we only have 4 laps to go. That's certainly a tall order, and he's probably more worried about Simon Allen behind him than he is about Jumbo in the horizon. So let's see how everything is going to pan out in the later stages of this race. The gap at the front is now 1.2 seconds, so definitely Darren is having some breathing space there, and he's also en route for his first win of the season. But Del Taylor has not given up on that podium. Here he comes again on Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva trying the usual formula of weaving a little bit left and right before committing to the inside line of the first corner. And here comes Kev Allen. Kev Allen makes a mistake there. Kev Allen makes a mistake. He's gone through the grass. And where is the duo of Diogo Silva and Del Taylor? Here they are. Now this is going to be an interesting battle, because Kev Allen lost all the momentum in that corner. Can Diogo Silva make a move now in this corner? It doesn't seem to be close enough, but now we've got the 3-way battle. Oh, Diogo Silva also made a mistake, and Del Taylor also made a mistake in sympathy. So they all, oh, and someone is off there. Someone is off there, and I couldn't figure out who that was. It seems to be Frankie, I think. He may have retired from this race. He certainly did a very, very slow lap in the last lap, so he may have retired. He certainly has lost a lot of time, and let's see if he continues to lose time. Yes, he stopped on the track, definitely. If you look at the difference, increasing and increasing in the leaderboard. So Frankie is out of this race, and now we have 9 runners, and here comes now Simon Allen for 6th place, the place that will confirm his championship. Can he do it? He certainly has the pace to do so. He's choosing to go on the outside, and Diogo Almeida has braked a little bit late, and here comes Simon Allen, and does he have the space? Oh, contact between these two drivers, unavoidable contact, and Diogo manages to resist this time round, because Simon lost a little bit of momentum with that contact. I think that was just a little bit of hard racing there, because Diogo Almeida is absolutely not interested in losing that 6th spot. Now Simon Allen is coming back at him. This is the last corner, probably not here, but probably he wants to get a good exit so that he can actually... Ooh, the exit wasn't bad, but certainly he went off track. And therefore I think that for the time being Diogo Almeida is going to remain in 6th place. Del Taylor continues to go after Diogo Silva. This is absolutely brilliant stuff. Now Diogo manages to resist again the pressure of this South African driver, but for how much longer will this go on? And Diogo is actually not a few moments ago, what is this? This is Diogo Almeida and Simon Allen. Let's see what happened. Oh, Diogo Almeida lost it on his own. This is a very, very common mistake, and Simon Allen is up to 6th, and Del Taylor continues to put pressure on Diogo Silva. Absolutely brilliant battle, but as you can see, no real overtaking opportunities. Look at this now. Del Taylor is going for it. He knows that there are only a couple of laps to go. Diogo Silva on the outside manages to again keep the position. That was good driving from both drivers, aggressive but leaving room for each other through that hairpin. And Del Taylor has actually lost a little bit of momentum with his move. I wonder if he should have waited a little bit more and then make an even more aggressive move with still 2 laps to go. Gaspin here in 7th spot now, and he seems to have lost a bit of time to Simon Allen. Simon Allen en route for his first championship here, and Darren Head en route for his first victory of the season, which would be quite a good result after the disappointment of race 1. Kev Allen is actually, according to my math, going to secure 2nd spot with this 2nd place, so he doesn't need to win, but he's losing any chances whatsoever of challenging for another title. So basically, if it remains like this in the next lap and a half, we'll have Simon Allen champion, Kev Allen 2nd place, 3rd is going to be Diogo Silva, because he scored still quite a lot of points in this round. Del Taylor also strong in the 2nd race, not strong in the 1st. Darren Head strong in the 2nd, not strong in the 1st, where he had to retire. So as we get to the end of the season, the math starts to become complicated with points dropping and everything else. Now here, this Darren Head, I'm sorry, I thought this was Darren, but now this is Barry Evans losing a lap, and Darren, nicely done there by Barry, getting out of the way. And Del Taylor has made a mistake as well. Del Taylor has made a mistake at the hairpin. Barry Evans pretty much letting everyone through nicely there. He is not in the contention for 8th place anyway, so he's trying to secure 9th place, as Todd Antonio has pretty much secured 8th. But as I was saying, Diogo Silva is going to be up to 3rd. Diogo Silva actually first race in the entire season that he does not finish 1st or 2nd. Unbelievable finishing record. Just unfortunate disconnection in Monza plus a few rounds missed means that Diogo is only in 3rd. Diogo Silva actually has started every race in pole position or 2nd place, has finished every race in 1st or 2nd as well. He's got 1 DNF and several DNSs, but this will be the first race where he will finish 3rd. Hilteler in 4th, Jumbo is in 5th. We haven't seen him in a while, but he seems to be doing fine, thank you. Simon Allen 6th, and 7th is Diogo Almeida. Diogo Almeida has, I don't think he's got a chance now. 3 seconds is a little bit too much, and we are already in the last lap of this race, round 9. This is race 18 of 20, only 2 races to go in the summer season, and Darren Head is going to win if he does not make a mistake. But Kev Allen does have a habit of very good last laps, and Darren is trying to be cautious. And look at this, the gap is absolutely diminishing in front of our eyes. And could he make still a move? Kev Allen is still going for the win. He needs that win to actually have some chance of the championship. Now Darren is going to go inside to defend because he knows that Kev is going to go for it. Now can Kev go for it in the last lap? Look at this, Kev Allen, absolutely brilliant driving there by Kev, just reducing that gap substantially in the last lap. And now is a bit of bumping there to see if he can destabilize Darren, but they are now nose to tail, and Darren is going to have to defend, and I don't think there's going to be enough time. But look at this, it's almost like a photo finish. Can he find the draft there? Kev Allen, I think the checkered flag is coming, and Darren Head is going to win. Yes, Darren Head has won it. Nicely done. First win of the season, finally a win in this championship. Second place Kev Allen, also second place in the championship. Third Diogo Silva, fourth Del Taylor, fifth is Jumbo, and the champion is crossing the line very, very soon. The new champion, newly crowned champion here, Simon Allen. Here he comes, and that's confirmation there that he has won the summer championship of Old Folks Racing PS4. 7th is going to be Diogo Almeida, and 8th is going to be Todd D'Antonio, again in 8th place, ahead of Barry Evans and Frankie that has not completed the race. This was certainly good racing, professional and a bit processional in this combo, but new combos will come. There goes the checkered flag for everyone, and the confirmation of the results and the new champion. And has been a great race, and see you next week again for more action in Old Folks Racing.